Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone. My name is Hayuni Samila Husna. My student ID number 19320107. Alright, in this precious opportunity, I would like to explain to you all about monophthong. So, the most basic vowel sound is known as a monophthong. As the prefix mono suggests, a monophthong is a single sound to which the root phthong refers within a single syllable. Most of these are short vowels, though there are some long vowel monophthongs as well. So here are the examples. First, apple, map, track, man. So second, set, jet, pen, mat. So third, tip, strip, imply, fiend. So the fourth, top, hot, cat, hug, mat, start. So the fifth, put, push, full, sugar. And the last, myth, system, rhythm, crypt. Most of the monophthongs in English are commonly known as short vowels, which are usually produced when a vowel is followed by one or more consonants in a syllable. Most vowel letters have a specific short vowel sound, so you can create two types of short vowel sounds. So the semivowel Y can also create a short vowel sound, but it is the same as the letter I. Most of the traditional long vowels, vowel sounds that approximate the name of their corresponding vowel letters, are diphthongs. So we will look at those further on. So one traditional long vowel that is a monophthong, so is long E, represented in IPA by E. This sound is usually produced by the letter E, but it can also be formed by the letter Y as well as a number of vowel digraphs. Example. So here are the examples. Me, concrete, happy, friendly, and feel. There are also a few other long vowels besides those that sound like the names of vowel letters. Most of these occur in various vowel digraphs, though some can be produced by single letters, while others occur when a vowel is combined with the consonant R. So here are examples. Exclude, prove, through, cruise, to, loot, through. So water, across, thought, down, author, nerve, steer, work, curve, search, and last, journey.
My name is Rizka Putri Arifin. My student's ID number is 19320099. Now, I would like to explain about diphthong. In English, also has diphthongs, represented by pairs of symbols to capture the fact that a diphthong is a vowel sound for which the tongue starts in one place and glides to another. Diphthongs also can be called as two vowel sound bonded together, because diphthong consists of two vowel sounds. Diphthong contrast with monophthongs, where the tongue or other speech organs do not move and the syllable contains only a single vowel sound. In terms of length, diphthongs are like the long vowels described above. Perhaps The most important thing to remember about all the diphthongs is that the first part is much longer and stronger than the second part. This also known as falling diphthongs. The example of diphthong is in the word try or right. There's a diphthong I, or in the word I and pronoun I, consists of the a vowel, and only in about the last quarter of the diphthong does the glide I become noticeable. Diphthong also can be divided into three groups. First, centering. The diphthongs located in the middle. For example, in the word tour, there's a diphthong O that located in between alphabet O and U. Second, closing. For example, in the word face and mind. The located of diphthong in those examples are for face, the diphthong is after alphabet F, and for mind, the diphthong is after alphabet M. Next is opening, but in English, opening diphthong doesn't exist.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Pradipta Priwidya Rindita. My student's ID number is 193200077. The centering diphthongs glide towards the schwa vowel. For example, the word fierce. The starting point is a little closer than e in bit or bin. The closing diphthongs have the characteristic that they all end with a glide towards a closer vowel. It's because the second part of diphthong is weak. They often do not reach a position that could be called close. The important thing is that a glide from a relatively more open towards a relatively more close vowel is produced. The total number of diphthongs is 8. The easiest way to remember them is in terms of three groups divided as in this diagram. Diphthong, centering and closing. Centering, ending in a. A. Example words: beard. The starting point is a little closer than e in bit and bin. Next, a. Example, earth. This diphthong begins with the same vowel sound as the a of cat and man. Then, o. Example words, tour. This has a starting point slightly closer than o in put and pull. Closing diphthong, ending in e. First, e. Example words, paid, pain. The starting point is the same as the a of cat and man. Next, a. Example words, tide, time, nice. This diphthong begins with an open vowel which is between front and back. It is quite similar to the e of the words cut and bun. Next, o. Example words, voice. The first part of this diphthong has the same quality as o in oath and born. Closing diphthongs ending in o. Two diphthongs glide towards O, so that as the tongue moves closer to the roof of the mouth, there is at the same time a rounding movement of the lips. This movement is not a large one, again, because the second part of the diphthong is weak. O. Example words: whom, most. The vowel position for the beginning of this is the same as for the schwa vowel as found in the first syllable of the word about. The lips may be slightly rounded in anticipation of the glide towards O, for which there is quite noticeable lip rounding. A, O. Example words: loud, gown. This diphthong begins with a vowel similar to a, but a little more front. Since this is an open vowel, a glide to O would necessitate a large movement. Usually in English, the glide towards O begins but is not completed, the end of the diphthong being somewhere between closed mid and open mid in tongue height. There is only slight lip rounding.
Here, we give some examples of diphthong. Poor, tay, boy, now, here, dry, go, hey.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Fatihah Faradisa Putri Adila, and my student ID number is 193200 and I'm from B class. And now I want to explain about a triphthong definition. In phonetics, a triphthong is a glide from one vowel to another and then to a third vowel that produce rapidly and without interruption. There are three triphthongs that are generally agreed upon in American English, and this one is called A, O, U, and this one is called A, E, U, and the last one is called A, O, U, and we will briefly look at each here, but you can find out more about them in the full section of triphthongs. Triphthong is five closing diphthongs with a that added on the end, and the first one is called as in layer and player. The second is as in lira and fire, and the third is as in loyal and royal, and the fourth is as in lower and mower, and the last one is as in power and hour. I am Sinta Ulisya again. My ID number is 1932008 and 5. Now I want to talk about a triphthong. So why is triphthong difficult? Triphthong is the most difficult than two others. Those are monophthong and diphthong, because triphthong has small vowel movement except when we pronounce carefully or more slowly. The middle of the three vowels can hardly be heard. The resulting sound is difficult to distinguish from some of the diphthongs and long vowels. However, there are some examples of triphthongs to help identify. First, liar, player, liar, fire, loyal, royal, lower, mower, power, hour.